welcome to this quantum Reiki healing. If you're open to receiving, just say I accept. Oh, I'm blinded by the sun. Yes, it is very, very calm today. Not too cold, but just catching the sunset. Well, I have been sleeping most of the day, so technically for me, I'm just starting. Yes, sleeping is very, very important because it helps you go back into spirit and recharge energetically. Welcome, Liddy. Well, I already know that's not true. How do I remove this? There we go. Okay, this person is very funny. I'm just going to either hide this user from the channel. There we go. He's about to get copyrighted. That's interesting because I just started the video. Hmm. I am glad and grateful that you was able to receive yesterday's healing energies. I had something else that was coming into mind, but it literally just jumped out of my head. From my perspective, the sunlight looks golden, but you can't really see it from, not from this phone. Oops. I'm trying to adjust the color because for some reason the color is like faded. Probably it's just the setting. um, by accepting your choices that you made and also forgiving yourself if you made a choice that was not that you did not prefer, you forgive yourself, you accept it. Because only by forgiving yourself and accepting the choices that you have made is the only way to start the healing process. I will need more context to build a better picture. Yes, that is true. It does hurt a little bit, a little bit at first, but once you, it only hurts at first because it's almost like a fresh wound that has been cut. Then, once it's cut, you still have to do the forgiveness type procedure because every time you think about that person, imagine another small little energetic cord. Because when you cut yourself off from the person, they feel it too. I'm trying to think of a good example. And it also is different depending if it's family or if it's just friends. Because usually it's a lot easier to leave friends than it is family. But sometimes it's even necessary to leave family at sometimes. But you can cut the person off, or you can put very strong boundaries up. Boundaries are set energetically. As soon as the sun goes away, that's when it gets cold. I've been noticing a lot more people lately. Not on the channel, I mean like in this area where I'm hiding out. So for an example, I remember where when I decided to cut out my old friends that I had. Oh, you're welcome. When I was first cutting them out, and for me, it's a little bit different because I know cancers are really good at letting things go, but not the best at letting new people in. So it's probably a different attribute. For me, it'll be easy for me to just the next day see someone and the next day be like, okay, I'll let you go. But also, I'm realizing that it's not always the same. My oh, I am from the United States. Currently, I'm in Michigan. So going back, when I decide to let go my old friends, I end up just walking away. Oh, and the fellow water sign. He said, "Greetings from Poland. Well, welcome to this Reiki healing." As I put in the title, self healing. I believe I have gotten a little bit too good at letting people go. And now what I'm realizing that is my current lesson is now how to start to let people in because I noticed my boundary is so high that 'cause I've been so focused on energetic protection that and now at this point I can't I say no normal people every day don't, they don't even try to speak to me because most of the time like my face would just be blank. So for me, I can be smiling and happy and all like thinking a whole bunch of like joy, but sometimes my face will be completely blank. And it also goes sometimes for the same time when I'm upset. Sometimes my face is completely blank. I think what I'm learning, just accepting that not everybody is perfect. And there's also I'm realizing there's a scale like I read changing my definitions of like when I call someone like I no longer want to use the term energy vampire because I'm starting to realize there's a scale in between that I see most people. Some people and some parts of the day they start leaning more towards it into parasitic type nature, and then sometimes they switch into good. So it's like going back and forth. And I even realized it in my own self because to be able to see it, you got to realize that you're doing it so you can watch it because everything's energetic. So now I'm switching to a different way of understanding and trying to understand what led them to that. See, I say there's two type of energetic relationships that we have with people or people have with us. Some is symbiotic, where I give energy, you take energy, you give energy, I take energy. So it's symbiotic. But then there's situations where it's parasitic, where someone just constantly give energy, but the other person just take. And when it's parasitic, this is when you start to make boundaries with the person because it starts off as like codependency on somebody, and then if the person's really codependent and the other person's like really like getting their stuff together or staying, then what happens is the person, they move, they their mindset change. They change into a mindset where they have to receive energy from others because they have been taught that that is the only way to receive energy. So it took me a while to start to understand and look from their perspective because I was like, okay, because I see it now, like how it starts off when we're kids and how it's now that we're adults now, we kind of figure out how to regulate and control our own energy and generate it so we no longer have to take from others, but we can also receive and give. So it's no longer taking, it's just receiving and giving. I'd say it would be very rare if there was a person who was boring and who did not try once in their life to get a reaction or try to take energy because we automatically get programmed to be in that type of state of being by society, our parents, grandparents, everybody around us. So now we're learning how to deprogram ourselves from that type of mentality and learning how to be give and receive energy flow through the meridians. When it is activated, it begins to heal. When there are blockages, as a person gets sick, should the chakra be cleansed in? Yes, that is kind of what I'm doing right now. I'm clearing the chakras so your own natural energy will flow. But technically, I'm not clearing it. It's technically you're looking at it and you're looking at me and healing your own chakra. So basically, imagine there's just a beam of light and you're just directing where the beam goes. So wherever you have a pain in the body, don't look at me. You can have the video, you could be looking at me, but you want to be looking inwards and then move your conscious awareness. Because if you move your conscious awareness to the part of your body that hurts, I will most likely intuitively feel it and move to that area in my mind. Reciprocity. I completely butchered the word. Oh, hello. Welcome back. Yep, no problem. I'm trying to practice being more open because I'm starting to realize that I am very, very closed off to people because I'm thinking if I keep being how I am right now, I would just be, if it was me like 100 years ago, I'll literally just be the wizard who lives inside the forest, trying to stay far away from humans as possible. But that is not realistic. Can't be out here forever. So it's time for me to start thinking about what I'm gonna do from here. Some days when we wake up, it literally feel like we're waking up on another planet. And sometimes it takes me a second, like, oh shoot, Because some days I wake up and it's the difference in my consciousness is so exaggerated and so extreme that I'm like, when I try to think about my past memories, they're not there. They're like extremely faded, like a dream. It's like, so like if I had anything that was like very emotionally upsetting that have happened to me, if I think back of it, at it, it just not registering. And that's because I constantly did the forgiveness and forgiving myself. It starts to become like a memory that has faded, and I only receive the lesson from it. I'm noticing that I don't know if it's really laggy for you guys or not, but my phone is lagging. Also, I need to warm my hands. I was planning to get on earlier today, but ended up sleeping the whole entire day. I felt the energy building up to the top of my head. I wonder if it's not dark enough to use the lights. These squirrels are running all over the place through the leaves. May your day or night be filled with light. Thank you for joining me. And I usually say that when I end the stream, but I was talking to her. Hmm. Now I'm going to proceed to remove any blockages to the sacred mind and the sacred heart. Grabbing the blockages, visualizing etheric trash can. My spirit guides are holding it, just putting all the gunk that's been carried on throughout the day. That's usually stagnant thoughts, negative thoughts, grief, projections from others, putting it into the etheric garbage can. Now I take this etheric garbage can, hand it to my spiritual masters. I ask you to transmute it into light, please. You're welcome. Thank you for receiving. I say thank you to everyone in all space time who are receiving this healing along with me. Yes, everyone who's watching, including in the future, because there's no such thing as time. So for me, I receive the energies of every person who will ever watch this video, ever. And I'm moving up and down all of the chakras at the same time. I'm usually starting at the base of the root chakra and making my way up to the top. So if you were to visualize, the very top of your screen is your third eye, and then the bottom of the screen is your root chakra. And I'm just sweeping through your whole entire chakra system all at once. Yes, it is definitely getting a little bit cold out here in the woods. Just need to get some warmer clothes. It's about that time of the year. Really fast. It is only 7 o'clock. But it usually does that in Michigan. The sun used to set around 8:30. I believe it's central. My time zone is very close to Canada's. I'm pretty sure by now it's probably already snowing up over there. You must be a new person to the channel. Welcome. This is a Reiki healing session. Oh, good afternoon or evening for me. We're all around the world from different time zones. It's not completely freezing because I know it gets a lot colder than it is right now. Like it's cold, but I'm like a little bit over exaggerated because for me, I don't like being cold anymore. But I don't know. Before, I used to be able to withstand the cold a lot more than I used to. But also, I was way, way heavier. I may think of starting a scheduling, but I realize a lot of my viewers are on different time zones. So sometimes when I stream, like if I stream at 3 a.m., I only get certain people from 3 a.m. stream. Compare when I stream night right now, I get a different audience right now from whenever I stream. Because usually on the weekends, no, I mean on the weekdays, I will be at work right now. If I didn't have to work, I would say if I didn't have to work at the time I work at the time zones that I am working right now, I'll be on at different times, and I probably will make a schedule, but I can't really make a schedule because how my time is. Because sometimes I'll be too tired to after getting off work. Sometimes you don't feel like hopping on for another hour because it's like going to work to go back to work. Except the cat tries to bite your nose. Actually, today it felt pretty good. It felt like it was at least 60, almost 70 degrees today. But it's that type of heat where it is only warm when the sun is out. But as soon as a cloud comes over, then it gets cold. Or soon the sun goes down, then it gets cold. And it's actually a little bit warmer more in the woods than going outside of the woods, because when you go outside of the woods, it feels colder for some reason. It takes a while for inside the woods to cool down. For me, it's usually just my hands, but it also helps with Reiki because it feels like when my hands are cold, if I can definitely feel the Reiki energy a lot more. My hands are pretty stiff, so I'm not really doing a whole bunch of movements with my hands. I'm pretty sure if I bought some gloves, it might help. No, I haven't. I have never heard of it before, but I'm going to take a screenshot so I can remember it for later. Oops, made a mistake. It sounds pretty hot over there. I wouldn't mind having a little bit of that heat flow up here into Michigan. Well, sending light your way. I say, may you have fun during your Halloween event. I don't think so. I think it's on the 30th. But I don't really celebrate Halloween. But I have went to a few events before, but it's been a while since I went to Halloween, do anything on Halloween. I usually see there's like two different type of people on Halloween. There's the ones who are trying to build the emotion of fear into people, and then there's the people who makes a joke out of fear, which is I think that's like the best way to go. You make something scary but make it as a joke, or make it the joke is that it's not really scary but it's just funny to pretend. Oop, time for a different color. I'm going to go into red ray. Red ray is a ray of healing and breaking up debris. And it's the color of the third dimension. First color of form. There we go. Now we're going to green ray. Completely different energy surrounding you in green light with assistance of this green ray. Starting from the feet, going up, spiraling to the crown. Thank you. We are very in tuned right now. I also have felt the shift from the red ray to green ray. I actually did it backwards. I was supposed to do green ray first, then red ray. I don't have my smaller crystal. That's okay. I felt the energies. That is a good example of saying that the heart knows first. Your heart knows what's going to happen, I say, probably like a minute before, or even 3 seconds before something happens. That is the quantum part of us, the heart. So now that I have applied the green ray, I'm just going to apply a little bit more. I'm also becoming more aware that I cannot I can't move too much this side, because sometimes I feel the torus field. It bends, and sometimes it will stay like this. So I gotta bend it into a straight. He said magic. Oh, go back to the violet. Or this is indigo. No, this is violet. Definitely time to probably get a tent that I can stand up in, because then I can do better Reiki videos within it. Probably sometime next year or later on, I'll think about moving into an apartment or a house or something like that. Right now, I'm just going to enjoy my time in the woods. But also, it is now getting time for me to leave. Maybe if I hurry up and go and charge my phone, I'll probably be back on later on tonight with a full battery, hopefully. How much battery power do I think? I got 3 bars. 3. Yes, okay. So surrounding you in a golden sphere of light, sending you the pink ray, the yellow ray, and what's another ray I can send? Iridescent white ray. Dear Source Creator, I'm asking that all these rays be implied. I ask, Dear Source Creator, Father, Mother, Creator, for a protective shield so that all vibrations that are not of unconditional love will harmlessly bounce off our shields of light. May your day or night be filled with light. Namaste. I often stream about 1 hour, but if I charge my phone, I can probably get 2 hours. I appreciate it. Anchoring the light. Have a good night. I'll see you.